It looks like we're pretty much all set. So let's get the show on the road. Let's go. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to my stream. I'm Pierre, your host. I hope you're all doing okay. I know that I am. Thanks for asking. So my friends, today it's going to be a whiter shade of pale. All we're going to do basically is use white paint today, but we have quite a few things we have to do. So first of all, let's do like we always do. Let's go over to the computer right over there and let's check out what we did yesterday. A quick recap. So what did we do yesterday? Well, basically we added the details to our plants. That's what we did. And then finally after that, we added some black lines, started to work on our frame to get ready for today while the paint was drying. So that is basically what we did yesterday. Now, what are we going to do today? Well, I would like to very much add the leaves that are going to go on top of everything, at least the background to the leaves. That is why I say we're going to be painting in white, because I'm going to, since it's going to be a yellow azo on these leaves, I want the yellow to be nice and electric. So I have to put white background behind it. We'll do that today. First of all, I'm going to do some clouds right here. Then we'll be doing the white background. And then if we have time, we're going to start working. Yes, I also will do the background to my satellite heart up here in white as well. And then I was going to say, well, tackle the frame, but I'm not sure I'm going to have time for all that, but we'll see. So let's not waste any time. I'll get my chair ready, all ready to go. I'm going to grab a palette right now. I'm going to put some white paint. We're going to start off with our little clouds. Get that done. Where's my knife? Right over here. So we'll get some clouds together. So a little bit of white paint, a little bit of black paint as well, so we can make some grays, a little bit of blue as well. Now, of course, we're going to make clouds. We're not going to go for the hyper-realistic type of clouds because nothing is hyper-realistic in my painting. All we want to do is just give an idea of what we want people to see and then leave their imaginations to figure out the rest. So not very complicated, not very difficult. There, a little bit of black paint. I probably put too much there anyways. It doesn't matter. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of cerulean blue. I might need some of that to work in on my clouds. And I'm almost out of cerulean blue on this tube. Let me squeeze everything from the bottom up. I have plenty in the back room where I store my paint, so I'm not worried about that. Just want to get a little bit, there we go, just a little bit out in case we need it. There we go. So put this baby away and put my knife away. And let's get a little brush. Just want to get a nice. Where are my brushes here? I need a little stiff brush. Something like this, actually. This might do the trick. I am going to double check over here as well. Yeah, it could be this brush here maybe. Let me just take a look. I don't think it'll make much of a difference. Okay, so I'm going to go with this one. Let me just put it to soak for a few seconds. It will give me time to step back and take a look and see what. Of course, I want everything to be in movement. That's what my leaves are going to be doing. I'm going to try to do like a little circle of leaves like this. And of course, my clouds, I would like them as well to be a little bit all in movement, right? Because that is how the cosmos works. Everything is in movement. There we go. So, just mixing up the little bit of the black and the white, making some dark gray. There we go. Okay, so once again, I am going to wait, maybe first bring over camera number 1 over so we can see exactly what I'm doing. Zoom that baby in. Just like that. Okay, so let's get to work. Gorgeous. There we go. Just trying to get a little bit of this movement up here. So let me just step back for a second, take a look. There we go. That's what I want. Again, everything in this. go, just cover everything. Just like that. And we'll come back over here. There we go. Just like that. That's right, we can just smudge it a little bit, doesn't matter. Get some of this blue back in here, the cerulean blue. That bite in. Just like. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. Send back. And that looks just about right. Keeping again that movement like that. Very good. So let's come back here for a few seconds. Take a look. Okay, so I can start off at least with the leaves that I want to do. And that is going to be, start with my white background. So I'm going to need a clean palette, or I could use maybe just the cap of my white paint after all. There we go, why not? So let me think this out. Do I want to do this, or do I want to start with my heart? Okay, I think I'll start with I guess I'm going to start by thinking first. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do first. First of all, I'll just get the paint ready. It'll give me a few minutes to think this out. It doesn't really matter. Since my clouds, the paint is rather thick, I would have preferred everything to be dry so I could cover it, but maybe I can just work around it and add 1 or 2 leaves tomorrow if it's not completely dry today. That's always another good way to go about doing things. So, just like that. So I am going to go in my back room here and see where what I have for paints back here. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I had plenty of white, plenty of cerulean blue, and I do. So that's very good. So what I'm going to do now is just get my white paint to be the right texture so it flows on the canvas the way it should. I'm just going to simply add water to my white paint, nothing very complicated. And I guess I'll get a fatter brush to do that, just to go a little quicker. Put that to soak. Now, if I was mixing several colors, I would probably go to camera number 1 and we could do this together. But just to put water in white paint to make it a little bit more liquid, not very interesting, especially when it's on a white background. So white on white, not very thrilling. So we'll just get camera number 1 ready for when we switch afterwards. Maybe I'll just take a quick look at the computer, make sure that our stream is going well, which it is. All right, 4,000 kilobytes per second upload, very good. No drop frames. Didn't forget to turn on the microphone. So everything is going well. Let's just get this paint together. The only thing that bothers me, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to reach up there with my stool. Might be a little too high, but we'll know exactly in just a few seconds if that's the case or not. And if I'm too low, I'm not sure what I could use to stand on. Maybe my chair? Yeah, I guess I'd have to use my chair, which is not the most stable object in my studio. And I have to be careful. Hate to fall, break my camera, break my leg. That would be a major, major drag. But anyways, if we're careful, it should go well. But right now, I'm just making my paint, just working it so it's nice and liquid, nice and creamy. There, that looks beautiful. That looks just right, at least for my heart. And so, let me get this out of the way. Move my palettes out of the way as well. There we go. Now, I need the right paintbrush to do the heart the right size. I might as well get this chair out of the way. Let's bring my stool or whatever. And let's see. Well, this will work out just right. Perfect, okay. Won't have to stand on my chair, which is a little wobbly. Now, next crucial thing, right? To do a good job painting, you need 3 things. The paint to be the right consistency, have the right paintbrush, and to be in a comfortable position. So far I got the paint right, got the stool right. Now I have to get the brush right. So, I thought I had a brush that would have been perfect for the job. Here it is. Here they are, I should say. This one's a little stiffer, which I prefer because I have better control. This one's going to be too big. This one's going to be too fat. That one's going to be too fat as well, too thin, too small. So I have 3 choices. And this one's going to be too small. So 2 choices, and I think I'm going to go with this guy here. I think this one is going to make me happy, so I'll just put him to soak. I'm going to put this one aside just in case. And I'm going to step back again, take a look. Very good. So we're getting close to the end of the painting. Of course, we're going to have quite a bit of work to do on the frame. Then I got my leaves that are going to take at least 1, 2, 3 days to do, just because I'm going to have to put 2 coats of background yellow, then the details, and then the finishing touch. So we'll see. We're in no rush. This painting should be done by next Wednesday, I would guess, next Tuesday or Wednesday. Anyways, my paintbrush is ready, my paint is ready, and I'm ready. Let me just get camera number 1 over here so I'm not in front of the lens. Pull this baby up. Let's zoom into where I'm going to be painting. Right in there. And I am going to have the glare of the light. So let me check this out. Let's go to camera number 1. Yes, there's that glare. And if I shut the light off, the glare disappears and I can still see enough to paint. So let's do that. I want to get this as close as possible to perfection, but I have plenty of room to fix things afterwards. So let's make sure everything is symmetrical. Okay. So this doesn't look bad at all. Let me just stand back. Okay, not too bad. It's a little bit off, but again, when I put my orange and red and gold paints and then the black outline, I have plenty of room to pull everything into. It looks great. That it could be just a little bit bigger. There. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'll pull the camera back a little bit so you can see it from afar. You see, I want it to be relatively small. Don't want it to be too big because it's way up there in the cosmos. Just like that. So, very good. I am just want to change one little thing right here. There we go. Very good. Very good. So, I'm going to turn the light back on. Get this out of the way. Step back, get a bottle of water. So there's just a little bit of my heart that can be worked over, but I don't have to, well, I was going to say I don't have to worry about it until I do the rest. But you know what? Stubborn as I am, I'm going to do that right now. There, just like that. Like I said, there's going to be orange and red, gold, and then I have my black outline, which will tie everything in, bring it to perfection. So no need for me to worry more about that. I can still step back though for a second and take a look. Very good. Gonna leave that, let it dry. So let's come back down here now. Let's bring this baby all the way here because we are going to concentrate now on our leaves. Hello. There's Claudine who just showed up, who has her studio upstairs. So now we are going to our leaves. So I do need my white paint again, and I'm going to need quite a bit more than what I have, so I might as well just grab a little bit more. Put it on the palette. Again, there we go. And I'm just going to work it with some water, again, to get that right texture. And once I have the right texture, I'll just try to figure out what paintbrush I need to put my leaves on. It's not really my leaves, it's the background to the leaves. You know, put the white background so that when you put the yellow on top of it, the colors are more vibrant, more intense. I'm still with this, I just love this beautiful azo yellow. It's my favorite, really, yellow, but unfortunately, it's not very opaque. So you have to put 2 coats. Sometimes you could put 5 coats. I'm sure you would still see through it. That's why it's important to have the white background. So, got that, got the paint. Let me get that fat brush that I was using a few minutes ago and add more water. There we go, and work all this for a few seconds. I mean, right from the beginning, when I drew these 2 people right down here, I never bothered to do the bottom because I always said there will be leaves. I want these leaves to go and give a circular, you know, the old circular wheel, yin-yang motion type thing. So let's just work this white on white. So today is the first day in like 4 months or 5 months that I actually put a long sleeve shirt and some long pants. So otherwise, yesterday I was t-shirt and shorts, but today it definitely felt cool. So I went out on the terrace and looked out of my apartment window and looked at the people, see what they were wearing, because I could feel it was a lot cooler today. And sure enough, a lot of people even had like little jackets on and whatnot. I don't think it was that cold to wear a jacket, but time to whip out the old long sleeve shirts and long pants, I guess, get the jeans out. So this looks pretty good, nice and creamy. It looks like pudding. You almost want to eat it. So, get rid of the excess paint on my brush and figure out what brush will be the one that will bring me happiness as I do these leaves. Okay. So, first I try to figure out what size brush, and then if I want a brush that's a little more rigid or a little softer, main thing is that I want total control of this brush. That is the main thing. So one of these three guys. And believe it or not, I think this one is going to be the one that will make me happy. I'm going to get rid of the excess water off this brush. Don't want it dripping on the painting. That would be a major drag. Obviously, I'm going to need my chair, so I'm going to bring this over right now. I'll move camera in to the side so I'm not in front of the lens. And if I don't see it, I can't paint it. So I'm going to go back here. I'm just trying to figure out where to start. And I think I'm going to just start right here and just work my way down like this. There we go. So I guess I'll just zoom in a little bit. We will start right there. Okay. There we go. I just noticed that my paint is a little too thick. So I definitely have to come back and add just a little bit of water to it, because it's not flowing really the way I want it to. So just adding a little bit of water might make all the difference. I'm pretty sure this is the right size paintbrush. So if things were not going right, I can only assume that it's because the paint was a little too thick. So added water to it. I'm going to just work it a little bit more. There, that looks much better. There we go. Okay, so let me just take a look. yes. Mm-hmm. There we go. I'm going to step back because even though I want these leaves to look like they're randomly there, of course, there's nothing random about it. There we go. Like that. See, obviously the leaves are getting slightly bigger as they come down here and smaller as they get back up here. There we go. Very good. So all this time I forgot to move my camera. Is that it? Just great. Oh well. Trying to concentrate on what I want to do and keep forgetting about everything else. So I am going to go back a little bit higher here then. Start off in the sky basically. Right up in there. And I'm just going to add a tad of water to my paint. Just like that. We can, of course, fix all this later. Zoom in just a little bit like that. Bring my chair over. No. I'm going to add just a drop of water again. Mm-hmm. No. Looks like I'm going to have just the right amount of white paint for what we're doing, which is cool. And I need to step back, make sure I got the right amount of leaves done. I'm going to pull the camera back just so you can see basically what we've done so far. And as you can see, I am going just in a circle like this, but I'm not going to add one more leaf right here, just so we can make sure that the whole thing moves the way that I was hoping it would. So there we have it. I'm going to leave it like that. I am just going to add another coat of white paint over the green where I can see, where you can see just about right through it. Just making that a little thicker so that when we put the yellow on tomorrow, I'm just using up the rest of the white paint. There's no way in the world I'm going to come back and put 2 coats of white paint. There. So let's just let that dry. And where are we here? Okay. So our painting is starting to take shape, at least the final, what it's going to look like when it's all done, at least more or less. Very good. Very good. So now we are going to start the long and boring process of our frame. Well, let me think about this for a second. Let me think about this. So tomorrow is Friday. You know what? I think I'm going to stop. I'm going to quit the stream right now. I could go on for another half an hour. There's going to be another 45 minutes. Oh, frig it. Okay. I don't know. I feel lazy today. I feel like doing a short stream. Just going to step back for a second, take a look. Yeah, everything works out. Not too bad. I am just maybe instead of moving onto the frame, just work more. Go back to my clouds here for a few seconds. Just wanted to add a little bit more of this cadmium white. Just like that on the top of these clouds. Because as the paint dried, it kind of got a little darker. Let the background shine through. So just going to add a little bit of just like that, just a little bit of there we go, much better. Okay, so I'm going to be lazy. That's the advantage of being your own boss. You can say quits whenever you feel like it. And actually, I feel like quitting right now. I don't know why, just feeling lazy today. So anyways, my friends, I want to thank you very much for joining me. Maybe I'll just do a couple more shots of our painting, just so when I edit my movie, let me see if I can't zoom in just a little bit here. So I'll come back to camera number 1. There we go. And then I'll just very quickly go to camera number 2, go to number 1. There, like that. I have a couple of shots for when I edit my movie to do the recap for tomorrow. Anyways, once again, my friends, I want to thank you for joining me. And I hope you'll join me tomorrow at 3 o'clock so we can continue. We will be putting the first coat of the yellow on our leaves and then maybe tackle the heart as well. Put the first coat of orange and red and gold. And we'll probably keep the frame till Monday, I guess. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm not going to work till like 4 in the morning, right? I want to go home and party. So anyways, my friends, I'm going to leave you like I do every day with 2 things. One is my schedule, and the second one is by saying, ciao mes amis.